So take two. I'm gonna go through everything. There's a mess up on the call, so there's gonna be a slight delay on this match here. So SW, Chili, Bellerophon, Overkill in the Vindicator, Fubar in the T69, Gridiron in the Iron Rain, Ganks in the T34, PB Killers in the Eradicator, Charlie P in the Defenders, Sereno in the Equalizer. CDN on their side has Savage Link in the Basante, Hyper Hunter in the Patriot, Sewer Guide in the Hydra, E Money in the T32, Erk Spritz in the M4043, Black Watch in the Basante, Shell Shot in the Borsig, and Bully Dog has not yet picked. I don't know what the problem was. I will probably find out later in the future. But let's go over the tank picks real quick. Again, as a reminder, this is going to be CDN versus SW in a best of one match on Arctic region. Standard battle. CDN will defend. Oh, I'm seeing Graham's message in chat. Don't worry, I'm about to rip him a new one too. I still don't like the Basante and comp. I I don't know how many times I have to state this. I seriously don't know how many times I have to state this. But the Basante and comp. Ah. The they put two Basantes. I really don't like that. In my opinion, they would have been much better. And we're gonna get Bully Dog in the Iron Rain. All right, I don't like the Basante. 100% no. If you wanted a heavy tank autoloader, should have brought an Eradicator. Eradicator or a Demolisher. Demolisher is great. It's just a T28 Proto with a 3-shot autoloader. Decent armor, decent damage, decent reload. I really, really don't like the Basante. Really don't like the Basante here. Okay, so they actually ended up on the sides. Okay, so I believe it was a side problem. They were on the wrong side. Yep. All right, both teams are moving. We're good to go. So I don't like the Basante. It's not super great hold down. It takes too long to get your shells out. And in all honesty, you get to literally just ignore everybody. Like just literally just ignore the Basante and focus the rest of their team. Because if they clip out, that's a 1 minute wait for all three shells again. 22.5 seconds for the third shell, 20 seconds for the second shell, 17.5 seconds for the third shell, or in reverse. You get my point. For every shell, it goes up and up in reload, just like with the rest of the Italian tanks. So I don't like the Basante. We've already seen it earlier today. In my opinion, it's not a good tank. And the fact that Wargaming released it without its special mechanic that they got on PC, in my opinion, is hot garbage. So, um, yeah, I don't like CDN how they did this. They're just gonna straight rush this side here. They need to be careful though. They need to get down into the ditch and actually start moving. Mm, Funnily enough, the Bell is actually going to be able to make it all the way down here and not get punished for it. That Patriot is just out in the open. 100%. Yeah, this. There we go. There we go. Alright, so the Basante, are they literally just firing into... I think all of those shells hit his turret, hit his gun mantlet. PB Killers got deleted on the side of SW. What? What? Well, using the Eradicator, he got immediately deleted by all of them. I I think I think Blackwatch actually just straight up clipped out. He clipped out into the Basante and clipping out Eradicator. So, yeah, Blackwatch took a lot of damage there, and it looks like they're going to be No, they're not going to be rotating anybody. It looks like they're going to have the TD still up there watching that. Looks like the artillery is going to be moving up, trying to get shots here. Artillery needs to be careful. So a lot of bleeding on the side of CDN, and I guess they found the Basante's weak spot because they are penning those shells a lot now. Ganks is going to take a little bit of damage from Artie here. In my opinion, don't run the Basante. Run any other heavy tank autoloader. Or you could literally just run any number of medium autoloaders. The Stone Cold, the Ragnarok, right, are all great tanks. In my opinion, the Sergeant Slaughter. The Sergeant Slaughter is a great autoloading tank. The Basante is just not good. Its DPM is awful. So, I'm going to continue to criticize this. I'm going to continue to criticize the Basante until people stop playing the fucking Basante. Other than that, the rest of the match is going pretty mostly towards CDN's side. Basantes have taken the majority of the brunt of the damage, while SW is taking a fair bit of whack damage over here, getting chipped down little by little. The Basantes are pretty much just throwing shells whenever they get a chance, not allowing for a full reclip or just throwing one shell and then backing off. So, Blackwatch is very low. He is a one-shot now. Savage Link is still a 2 to 3 hit. So, we're going to see what's going on here. So, Charlie's going to take a little bit of damage here. SW really needs to start working on a flank. I really don't understand. They really need to start working on a heavy flank here. Like, they really need to start getting a heavy flank. They're just going to start being bled by the heavies there and playing the artillery. This is not good. They need to get their what they need to do is they need to get a medium right here. They need to get the medium right here underneath this rock. They find right here. They put a medium there, they can spot the TD, they can spot the heavies, and possibly spot the artillery who's down right out in the open. Oh, would you look at that? The Bellerophon is on his way. There we go. See, that's the flank that I'm talking about. Let me get a little cinematic here, boys. So the Bell is now going to be moving up. That's huge. That is huge. If they find the artillery and knock out the artillery, SW is in a massively good spot here. They need to be very careful about that Artie. Artie is now looking... Is he going to be looking towards him? He might actually be looking towards him right now. Yeah, he's going to be looking towards him. He needs to be careful, otherwise he may get shotgunned. He's going to get noticed here. Ganks is going to go down. Chili's going to go down. Oh, no. That's not good for the side of SW. They lost their flankers here. And they are just slowly getting bled over here. This was not a good fight for them. Charlie's going to go down. All that's left are the two TDs and the medium. I believe this medium is the T69. I would have honestly preferred a better spotting medium than the T69. Where is he? Right here, yeah. I would have preferred a much better spotting medium. I think the Dragon, the Ragnarok, the Stone Cold would have been better. Would have been better than the T69 here. Would have been a little bit more mobility, a little bit more utility here. T69 is out in the open. He doesn't look like he's been spotted though. Is he spec this for camo? Those TDs, that TD should have 100% spotted him at this point. Yeah, that Borsig should have 100% spotted him at this point. Oh, there he goes. Now he takes his shell. So SW now is having to regroup. Thank you, Pierre. So, Fubar is going to go down in the T69. So all that leaves is two TDs and an artillery here. Looks like we've got the Vindicator. What was the other TD over here on the side of SW? SW really fell apart here. It looks like, I believe that's the Iron Rain. And then we've got an equalizer. Yeah, that's an equalizer. So yeah, I think SW 100% definitely messed up on this. SW definitely messed up on their flank. They let themselves be bled that easily. They should have just sat on the ridge here. So ultimately what they should have done is they should have sat on the ridge line here, prevented them from coming down, and then set a couple people over here on this rock in case they pushed over, because they wouldn't want to chance that. Because if they pushed over, then the artillery comes over. But if they move back, now they're stuck right there where they are, and or they get stuck here in this corner where Artie can possibly hit them. So overall, I think just a lot of mistakes from SW, and CDN just downright blatantly just capitalizing on that. They used their gun depression as well as anyone could, and just absolutely obliterated SW on that side. It's very, very unfortunate. I was really looking forward to a very much even match, but SW's calls were just, in my opinion, they just were not that good, and I think definitely need to be worked on for sure. Um, I've seen what they can do in the can see what they can do in the tournament, 100%. I can see what they can do during the July 3rd blowout. I want to see them go that hard every single game. Because here's the thing. You should put, in an official match, you should put 100% into your match. So we're actually going to get Sewer God down to 3 HP, but Gridiron is in fact going to go down. There's the Iron Rain, the Vindicator, and the Artillery are all that left. And it looks like now they've got a beat on where they are. Now they're going to be starting to move on the flank. It looks like the heavy squadron, the Bisante and the looks like the Borsig are going to be moving over now. Now they've got side shots. The Vindicator living on very little HP, probably about 10 to 15 HP. Needs to be careful here. If he pokes, he might get shot and destroyed. Oh, Sereno got spotted. He's going to be knocked out. All that's left is Overkill on very little HP. Just try and take pot shots, get some damage where he can. Trying to get out Hyper Hunter, possibly maybe knock out a Basante before he goes down. But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. Nope. He's going to go down, and ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. CDN's going to take this match. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It was a very, very anticlimactic match. I think SW definitely needs to go back to the drawing board, in my opinion, for that match. It was a very, very rough match. So, Gridiron and the Iron Rain, 1800. No, they ran out of time. Never mind. Overkill and the Vindicator, 1200, and TG Ganks in the T-34, 1100. On the side of CDN, Hyper Hunter and the Patriot, 2 kills, 2800. Erk Spritz and the M4043, 2 kills, 2400. And Blackwatch and the Basante, 1 kill, 1600 raw, 1400 assisted. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Savage Link literally got triple zeros in the Basante. Really didn't get much at all. I think the biggest problem was SW didn't really have a great plan for attack on that map, and I think that was their biggest downfall. Was they challenged CDN for, I believe they challenged CDN for the match, but I don't remember. Let me take a look at my notes. In my notes, it states CDN is defending the map, so I don't think they spent time learning that map to try and counter CDN. So it's a little rough. I can understand that. I don't like the fact that they had so many heavy hitters and then they just got destroyed by artillery. Like the M4043 Erk Spritz literally hardcore carried that side. 100%. 100% hardcore carried that side. It was the already just raining hell on those heavies was a massive problem. I think they needed to definitely put people in that middle ridge line along the, I believe that is the D through F line. Around D through F, I believe around 7 or 8 line. They needed to definitely put people up on the ridgeline, put more people up on the ridgeline, try and find the Artie and knock out the Artie as quickly as possible. The Artie is somewhere in the back. You know where he's gonna be. He's gonna be in one of two spots. He's either gonna be in the back left or in the back corner divot, or he's gonna be in the divot right behind right where all the trees are, right next to the mountain. So yeah, overall, kind of a surreal match. Just looking at it. But GG's the CDN SW. I'm sorry, guys, but you guys can challenge him next week for it if I'm correct. So.